Well, the goal wasn't really to write a really scary thriller. I wanted to write a very strong, tough heroine, and in particular, I didn't want her to be a cop or an FBI agent or a private investigator. I wanted her to be somebody that was just a normal 35-year-old mother of two. But it became scary when I realised that, you know, your average 35-year-old mother of two doesn't necessarily, revert to violence when things get scary. So she needed a really strong reason to do that. Okay, so 30 years ago I read a story in the paper about a 17-year-old that had been attacked as she walked home from work, from the bus stop. She'd been stabbed and she thought she'd only been punched, but that fact stayed with me for a long time, but more importantly it was very close to where I lived, so I knew the bus stop she'd gotten off at, I knew where she was when it happened, and I was only about 2 years older than her at the time, so her story kind of stayed with me. So when I started to write the story and started to think about who Jodie might be, I started to think about that girl again, and I thought she could probably have gone two ways. You know, as a 35-year-old, she could be a very frightened person who's worried about meeting new people, or she could be the opposite, which is what I made Jodie, tough, fit and strong, because that's the only way she could deal with what had happened to her in the past.